Okay, I think when we have our meeting with the EACC, you will update us on how far the matters have gone. Now, having considered the matters arising, which have a bearing on today's proceedings,
there is also a further investigation undergoing with the EACC on the Office of the County Attorney.
On the Office of the County Attorney?
Yes, please.
Current or former?
Current.
County Attorney, you are in office while you are under active investigation?
Chair, through my governor, I am not aware of the investigations because I have not been notified. I'm being honest.
Governor, are you, because remember you are under oath, are you giving notice while in the Senate and under oath?
Chair, it is ongoing.
EACC, I think I will rely on you more. Patricia, you need to find out.
Chair, from the records that I have, from the Commission, the matters under investigation are specifically regarding legal fees, not necessarily the Office of the County Attorney.
Governor, does that
the person of the
does that denote question mark on the credibility and operations of that office, in your view?
We have had some issues about our cases in court and losing cases that we should not be losing as a county, and losing properties to other people. And when EACC comes on board, when we are supposed to provide the information, we do not provide the correct information.
As a CEO, you are empowered to take administrative action where you feel the actions of your staff are not in line with the ethics and integrity and various laws binding employees. Have you taken any administrative action?
I have to follow the due process.
Yes, I'm saying lawfully, but nothing, there's no law that stops you from taking administrative action on any member of your staff. That is why you are described as a CEO in the Constitution. Have you taken administrative action? Because in the absence of administrative action, you might run the risk of destroying careers. Governor, because the right route for you is to take administrative action. The right route for Senate is to ask EACC to come in. What action have you taken that is in line with the Constitution and various laws? Have you made a report? Have you written a show cause letter?
The County Secretary can answer on that one.
Chair, I want to join you into...
Senator
before that, Chair, my name is Senator Mwenda. I'm Senator for the Rakanida, a member of this committee. You know, Chair, it's a bit shocking when you capture some confessions from the governor, who is supposed to get some legal advice and anything related to county legal matters from the Attorney General, meaning from the county attorney, who are reading from very different scripts. The governor says, the Attorney General says it's under EACC investigations. The attorney doesn't even seem to know. Then it is clear there is a very strong beef between the two offices. And the one would even want to know, how does the governor navigate? Because I'm sure that the county attorney is the source of the advice on legal matters. How do you relate with your staff who doesn't even read from the same script from you?
Before you respond, Senator Charake.
Maybe it seems I was the architect of the County Governments Act that is in place. County Attorney, sorry, the County Attorney Act that is in place. In the last session, we gave the County Attorney the status of a county executive member. So he's part of the cabinet of the county. So from you, Governor, when did the county attorney, when was he hired? As in, when did he come to the office? And as rightfully put by the chair, since you are the county executive and county attorney is a status of CCM, and that is why even we gave all the privileges and salaries. to be equal to the CCM Finance and other CCM. What action have you taken if you feel that is there administrative action, is there show cause, is there any other that has pointed out to action being taken against the county attorney? Because we don't want to make political statements at the convenience of destroying careers. We must be factual that if the county attorney has disobeyed the directions of the county executive cabinet, which you chair, then appropriate action must be taken, not limited but to administrative action. So, Governor, can you give us the tangible reasoning as to what happens and how long has been the county attorney been in office?
Thank you. Senator Mudama.
Yes, Chair.
Senator Mudama first. Yeah.
Thank you, Chair. Through you, Chair, and through the Governor, I just want to know how the Governor is aware of the investigations going on about the county attorney, and the county attorney does not know. Why hasn't she informed him or taken any action on him? Because once one is in investigation, should they be holding an office, really, while still under investigation?
Okay. Senator Omtatah, go on record. You.
Honorable Chair, honorable members of the Senate, Your Excellency, Governor of Machakos and your delegation, my name is Omtatah Koiti, Governor, Senator from Busia, and Governor, you're most welcome. Thank you.
County Secretary.
Through the Governor, Chair, I wish to submit to this committee that the ESCC has been occasionally informed us that one of the reasons as to why the legal bills were that high was because of poor representation for the government during cases. During cases in
Hold on,
court.
County Secretary.
Point of order, let us be precise with the now military marksman. We are aware that matter is unveiled. What we are asking is there administrative action that has been taken against, just untable the letter so that we make progress. We have plenary at 2:30.
Yeah, proceed, CS.
Thank you. Yes, previously the Attorney General is the County Attorney is here, and he can confirm that he has received one letter previously requiring him to explain the wanting performance of his office, and he has had a sitting during which he has been required
what was
to explain.
The approximate date of that notice?
That was at around the month of May this year, Chair.
Just hold on, Senator Omtatah. Are you okay? We are not going to get involved in internal disciplinary matters in Machakos County. This Senate is obviously unimpressed with affairs in the legal department of Machakos. We discussed it last time. We gave directions for information to be provided within 14 days. That information was not provided, only for it to surface at this meeting. The huge amounts of invoices, the huge amounts under contingent liabilities indicate a dysfunctioning legal department or a dysfunction in the legal affairs of Machakos County. When we sum up your potential total exposure, it is equal to what you collect in a year. We have your receipt of revenue report here. You are collecting 1.4 billion. Your potential exposure is almost 1.6 billion. The people of Machakos cannot be paying permits and paying cess and paying licenses for it to go to lawyers. But Governor, as a chief executive officer, it is your responsibility to take administrative action on officers whom you feel are not pulling along. Senate can make recommendations, but it is only you who can take that action. I want to give guidance that if there are issues that are administrative, go back crack the whip as a CEO. Crack the whip as a CEO, make sure that there's order and efficiency in the legal department. But it needs to be done lawfully, it needs to be done properly, and it needs to be done in a manner that bestows dignity to other persons who are not culpable or who are not guilty of the allegations that are being made. We shall ask the EACC to find out the exact details, but I think it has been held, and Senator Omtatah, you will advise, Justice Ngugi's ruling about persons who are under active investigation that should not be in office. Has that ruling been challenged subsequently? Senator Omtatah.
It is still good law.
It's still good law that once you are under active investigation, you should step aside to facilitate investigation. As things stand, there is no evidence before us.
In fact, the position was that the law used to say once you're under investigation, you step out of office, except if there's a provision in the Constitution for your removal. That's what Ngugi overwrote in the law, so that law applies to everybody. So in this particular case, I don't think there's any procedure that would require an application of Ngugi's ruling, because it was an automatic position already in law that if you're under active investigation for criminal for abuse of office or any crime, then you vacate office to allow law enforcement to have a free hand and a free access to witnesses.
So, Governor, we will not teach you how to be a CEO. We'll allow you to take action because the people of Machakos elected you to align systems. But let's also avoid a situation where we will be making allegations that then are not founded. So I think with that, we will get out of the HR issues in legal, but maintain the position that we are very unimpressed with the affairs in that department. Governor.
And Senate Chair, I can tell you, with all that has been happening, I already gave directives because we had a meeting also with the judiciary. We have so many cases there. We had a meeting with them, and they aired. We were told what our issues were, and with that, I can assure you, I've decided to take a legal audit of all the cases so that we can know where we are and where we are going as a county.
Governor, remember, time is running out.
I hear
but
you.
also remember that interest is building up, especially where there are court orders, which you are still subjecting to all these other processes. Talk to your friend, Governor for Meru, Governor Kawira. The county cancelled a lease on a hotel. The leaseholder went to court and was awarded 100 million. The county refused to pay. To date, it has grown to 700 million. She does not know where she's going to get the money from. A similar case is in Kisumu, where every day, I think it's a Pundo case, every year the amount of interest they're paying is equivalent to almost half of what they are collecting as on-source revenue. So you cannot afford inaction. You cannot, this is one of your biggest risks. Please crack the whip, but do it lawfully.
I think for her benefit, I may also just explain that I'm just from litigating that matter. There was a contract construction of Laikipia Air Base some time back. Clear contracts, products delivered, then dilly-dallying in the ministry. Now the debt is at about 2 billion shillings. And I'm prosecuting the officers responsible and them to pay that money, because I have no reason why they did not pay. And sometimes there's collusion between contractors and executives. Once they've enjoyed that kind of finding, then they collude to inflate that debt by simply not paying and allowing the heavy interest to run. So that's something I'm litigating for the court to make a proper finding on. And if we can apply Article 226 Clause 5 to that.
Governor, should we donate Omtatah to Machakos to follow up similar matters?
He's welcome.
Yeah.
Let him come for a cup of tea.
No. Cup of tea is a word for compromise in Kenya.
No. For Machakos is not compromise.
Omtatah cannot be compromised.
No, it's not compromise.
I think that conversation was not idle, because that question is in this audit report at 737 million. So now let's go back to the other accounting issues. We will be...
Just before you leave the legal, I came in late, I don't know, maybe I've covered it. These heavy bills, are they consents or are they taxed?
Actually, the governor reports that what's tax is 932,000 and tax is 814 million.
Untaxed? Mm. Then there could be collusion between the advocates and whatever. And maybe the best thing the county could do is to demand taxation, because who had the capacity to go and bind the county